Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's the NUMBSKULLS Book Club. Hello, it's me, Ava. Joining me today is, as always, my lovely significant other, Carrie. Say hello, Carrie.
Hello. Hello, Carrie.
And joining us is a very special guest. You know her, you love her. It's Peach Saliva. Paige, how are you doing today?
It's me. Hello. Hello today. I'm well. How are you guys?
We're doing great.
Yeah.
Good. Happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me back. I am
Absolutely
thrilled to be here for you guys and also our beautiful Necron friends. I'm excited.
Yes, I'm very excited to talk about this book. All right, today we are discussing The Twice Dead King, Ruin by Nate Crowley. For those who are joining us either in the live chat or are listening to this after it's been recorded and uploaded on things like Spotify and YouTube, be sure to give a like and subscribe and all that stuff. This is your last warning. We're going to be doing spoilers and stuff. So if you haven't read the books, if you haven't read the book,
don't want us to rain on your parade and ruin
funny.
your
Oh,
experience,
look at her.
Wow,
She's so smart.
Applause. Yeah.
Oh
then
my
get the
God.
heck out of here.
Get out. We don't want you. Okay, well, I suppose let's get right into it. So, Paige, Carrie, I've read
Yes.
The Twice Dead King, Ruin, and Reign a couple times before. I think this is my third or fourth time reading these books. So, I've obviously loved them ever since we've started our little Warhammer show. I've sung these books' praises for as long as I can remember, and I just kind of want to know how you both found the book. As someone, you have we've read The Infinite and the Divine, and that was a fun time.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just kind of want to know your overall thoughts with this book, especially since we've read the funny, goofy hijinks of Trazen and Orican.
Gosh, this one is a lot darker,
Yes,
of course. Not as much in the way of hijinks and, hilarious one-liners and Scooby-Doo antics. It's definitely darker, a bit more tragic. Although there was some tragedy in Infinite and the Divine. I really, really liked this book. I loved how more emotional and relatable they made the Necrons. And oh man, like it's. How did you like the book? And I'm just sitting here staring into space, like
just becoming the most overwhelmed emotionally. Just
like that GIF of the woman with all the math problems coming over.
There's so much happening in this fucking book.
Yeah, it's great. It's so different in tone, but I really think reading, like, I'm jealous that you read them close together, Infinite Divine and then Ruin and then Reign. I'm jealous, and I maybe I'll go back and read Infinite and the Divine so I can kind of get that, because now I have such a clearer feel for who the Necron really are. Infinite and the Divine, I think, plays a lot more with time and plays a lot more with, because I think there's that moment in Infinite and Divine where like there's like an awkward moment during the trial or something, and they just stop talking, and it's, to them it's an awkward pause, but it's actually like 100 years or something to us.
I think it's when they're in the cave and Trazen, and he kind of implies that he did something to Orican, and Orican's like, so that was you, and then they pause for an hour, and Trazen goes, another hour passes. No.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it happened during the trial. Okay, yeah.
I think
just stuff like that.
I think you're thinking of the trial because the trial took like 12 years for them to discuss everything.
Right. Yes. Okay, because
as a Necron trial, very fast.
Right. So true. Whereas here in Twice Dead King, I think there's a moment where Ultix discusses, at some point, unfortunately I lost a lot of my quotes here. I think he discusses the period of approximately like 12, 13 years, and he makes it seem like a longer time. But then maybe that's just because he was just dwelling so much. And so it felt longer than it would to other Necrons. I don't know. That's just me.
Our main character Ultix is a nomarch who is exiled from his dynasty, a prince no longer, but I think it makes sense for him. As you said, he's been dwelling on this, so it might just be one of those things that he's thought about for so long.
Yeah.
And it's just, he's brooding. He's always brooding.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He's very emotional. I'm just kind of like talking too much, like going too fast.
You're not.
Okay, because like I love that he was so, I mean, obviously we find out later, spoilers into the book, that he's so emotional about Jerus that he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to split up my personalities fuck it. And like, you know what? So real. So relatable.
Yeah. That's literally what happens with people. They're just less conscious of it, you know?
It's compartmentalizing, but like literally, you know? But anyway.
It's almost interesting because like in their inhumanity, they kind of very obviously lay out the things that make us human.
So this is the thing that that made me fall in love with Necron so much, is that the Infinite Divine is following Traz and Orkin, who are like two of the most powerful beings in the galaxy. They're essentially time wizards, right? They're insanely powerful. Nobody can really go toe-to-toe with them and win because they just have so much power and or resources to back them up. Whereas Ultix here has nothing. He is powerful. He's strong. We find that out that like even in life, like he was like we find out through the flashbacks and stuff that he eventually became like larger and stronger than even his brother Jerus. And even with that, there's almost like with this is to say the Necrons, in how even though they're aliens, they feel more human than the humans of Warhammer 40K.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big time.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, the Imperium is just this like looming scary thing. That is just I was really surprised because I don't think the Imperium, because usually it's the other way around, like the Necron, they're so holy shit, they're so powerful.
Yeah.
But here it's kind of flipped a little bit, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. We rarely ever see the Imperium displayed as pure antagonists in a book like this. Like, usually in a book like this, it would be like, okay, we have the Imperium perspective, and then we have a Necron perspective, and then maybe like a tertiary perspective in like, I don't know, like a Chaos guy or something.
Right.
Whereas in this one, you don't get that Imperium perspective. It's all from Ultix. And like one of my favorite parts in the early book is they're watching the Orc invasion. Mentep has come back. And they're watching the Orc invasion, and when they see the Imperial ships, like it, essentially every Necron in the courtroom, like their hearts, so to speak, drop. Yeah. And it's you don't really see the Imperium displayed as such a threat. And it's one of my favorite parts of this book, because like when the Space Marines do show up, it's like, oh my god, the Space Marines have shown up.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. I love how Nate Crowley made the Imperium feel scary.
Yeah. I was I really liked how the orcs when they come, it's like it was like kind of almost creature. Silly. Yeah, these oh my god. I just thought it was so interesting because like it turns out they're not trying to colonize the planet. They are fleeing.
They're just running because
which then for a second you start like going through your head being like, okay, well, wait, what is it? We haven't gotten to bugs yet. Is it like Eldar? Why would they be doing that? And then you know they start describing it, and you're like, oh,
it's the Imperium reveal, and you go, of course it's the Imperium. Like what? Oh my god! Also, to mark orcs, I love how much, and we'll talk more about this when we talk about Ultix as a character. I love how the orcs are represented in this as like Ultix just doesn't get it, and Xenology is so pissed off that Ultix just won't listen to him. But then, like right at the beginning of the book, there's a little grot, like a little goblin that's like basically spits on Ultix's foot, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he just like kills him. And then later, there's another orc boy that he's about to kill, and it spits on him, and he's like, "What is happening? what is going on? What is this? Just a thing they do?"
They got to find the foot patooey. They're like llamas that way, you know? Oh, boy.
So, Carrie, I wanted to quickly, before we moved on, how did you feel the tone of this book versus The Infinite and the Divine? If you had anything, like any notable differences? Like, because you really liked Infinite and Divine.
Yeah.
Well, everybody did, but it's just a good book.
This book is a lot more existential.
Yes.
Like, it's more explorative of the experience, whereas Infinite and the Divine definitely has its moments like that, but is like more of a British comedy.
Yeah, like the only moment that at the top of my head I can really think of is like a couple handfuls. Like there's Trazen in his museum at the start where he can't look at the representation of what the Necron tier looked like. There's the point where he's in the library with his assistant, with his human assistant, and he doesn't realize that to Trazen it's been a couple days, but to the human it's been his entire lifetime. And Trazen's like, "Oh." And then the third time I can think of is when they're at the play, and Ultix and Trazen are talking, and he's like, not Ultix. Oh my gosh. Orican. That'd be a very different story if Ultix was here. But Orican is talking to Trazen and he goes, "What do you remember when they took you to the biofurnaces?" And they reminisce about that. But as Peach, as you said earlier, it's almost like Trazen and Orican are, they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
They've totally disassociated from it. And that's, I think, how they're doing as well as they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the only emotions they really have are towards one another, which is, of course, love.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Attraction, deep attraction.
Pure sexual need.
I follow
Lust,
that artist
exactly.
on Blue Sky. They're doing great stuff. Listen.
Nice. Hey, you know how it is. Listen. Oh, brother.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh gosh. You know, who were your favorite characters? I'm like, that's what I'm excited about. Who are your favorite characters, guys?
Ultix, my baby boy, my precious guy. I love him. I love him so much. Like I think Ultix is really relatable. Because he's like young. We find out that in the biofurnaces he was like 18, 19 when he went in, and he feels like an 18, 19-year-old as a Necron.
Yes.
He's angry. He doesn't really get it. He's quick to just get mad and like, because that's what's worked for him for 60 million years.
Yeah.
He's really immature, and that's part of the reason why I love him so much as a character. And I want to talk more about this in depth in just a second. But seeing his arc is so satisfying because it's almost, I would even say, a coming of age story. Weirdly.
Yeah, it is. He's coming into literally his own, like his throne, right?
Yeah. I just can't wait to be king.
You have to literally. I was singing that in my head at one point while I was reading this book.
But aside from Ultix, I love his brother Jerus. Yenneck is great. I just love all the characters, but like I think I have to focus on some of the minor ones. Neth, my guy, love Neth.
Love Neth.
Love Neth. He's got memory problems, and God bless him. But I think my favorite minor character is when they're in the courtroom, and then they look over at Dennett, and he goes, "Summon the monoliths." Love Dennett.
You did the accent perfectly. You sound just like Robert Rath. That was amazing.
It's because I'm obsessed. I'm very normal about these books. I'm very normal about them.
That was really good.
Thank
I thought
you.
for a second you played it. That's amazing.
I love that.
You played the audiobook. By the way, if anyone hasn't listened to the audiobooks, they are
Oh, they're so
Wonderful.
good.
You got it. Robert Rath, my
Wonderful.
goat, my guy.
Yeah. Like I'm normally like, no, only like paper.
No.
But I gotta say this it was worth it. It was worth listening to. Big time.
Who's your guys' favorite characters?
Oh.
I think Jerus.
Jerus is really good.
Even though I went through the whole book not knowing there was a D at the beginning of his name, I'm only finding this out right now.
It's fine. Listen,
fine.
Necron names are wild.
Why does it look like that? Oh, but yeah, no, my heart.
We'll
My
talk about it.
boy.
We'll talk about it. I want to dedicate like a whole part of this to talking about just Jerus.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Jerus is, of course, wonderful, which of course we will get into. I really enjoyed Xenology, the Submind, because I felt so bad for Xenology. The redheaded stepchild of the Subminds. They'd be like, "Well, here's something I know," and be like, "Shut the fuck up, Xenology." And like they would have something interesting or useful to say, but like that's just not something Oltix really would care about. Like Trazyn would. Like Trazyn would love Xenology.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you know what? As I was reading this, it reminded me, and I've never seen it, but you know the movie, oh God, the one with all the emotions, sadness, joy.
Inside
Out.
Inside Out. Okay,
my little sister loves that movie.
Yes, so that's what I was thinking whenever they were talking in his mind. Like they were all like at controls and stuff, and like different colors. And
Did you see that one
was
episode
just like
of SpongeBob where it's all just like a bunch of SpongeBobs running his brain?
Oh yeah, and the files are like burning.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
like that.
That's what's going on. So I loved Xenology. I like Doctrinal. Love Strategic because, or no, it's Combat.
Combat's
because he's just
the
like,
one that just growls.
Yeah, like relatable.
Oh.
And then what?
I wanted to ask, because this is an interesting thought. How did you visualize the Subminds? Because the way they're described in the book is that they're kind of like symbols and like things that Oltix sees. Like they're like information directly in his head. For me, weirdly, I visualize them as almost shapes. Like 3-dimensional shapes. I don't know why.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, like for me it was kind of like Inside Out a little bit.
Yeah.
Where, you know, that was that for me.
It was a bunch of little Oltixes, but they had different hats on.
Oh,
for each of their little departments.
I like that one the best.
Wow.
I like that idea the best.
My master, they are transporting it's okay, you can say it. Excrement. Kill him!
You
Kill
can't
this guy!
say it.
Delete him right now.
Insane.
The craziest part of that moment is that I think it's Doctrinal or one of them starts the process to delete that submind, and Oltix has to say no to it. It's crazy.
They're so mean. They're so mean.
We don't want to ban the ideas. We just need to not use the ideas.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We talked earlier about the idea of pooey.
Not
good. You can't even say pooey. A metaphor for the metaphor of what pooey is.
Can't talk about it. Nope.
You must only allude to the idea of it.
I love that they're kind of germophobic.
Yes.
You know, they're kind of like,
yeah.
And I mean, it makes so much sense though, because when you've not only when your society, when you had flesh, were like infected with super cancer.
Right.
Not just that, but also you've been in a metallic robotic body for 60 million years. And as we can see with this book that we'll go into when we talk more about Oltix, it's probably not a good idea to reminisce about the times that you had flesh.
The flesh times.
So might as well just ban it.
Yeah.
I guess.
It does make sense. But even just the word, like I remember where I was walking on a sidewalk and I was listening to it be like, and then we could like the idea of not being able to talk about refuse in that way.
Yeah.
Really kind of blew my mind. I wish, one thing I'm grateful for this book is I really feel like it really I mean, obviously, it really fleshed out the Necrons in so many ways, which I'm sure we'll get to.
Yeah.
It reminded me of how Star Trek, which we also discussed earlier,
We did.
How we get to learn more about the Ferengi and how much more you get to love the Ferengi and how like weird but also relatable it is. And that's I kept thinking about the Klingons and the Ferengi during this. I'm not even entirely sure why, but I did.
You were talking about right before we went live. You were talking about how the Necron Society reminded you a lot of Vulcans.
Yeah, so I don't know like everything about Vulcans, but one thing I do know is that they are right. Well, they don't seem emotional. They don't seem like they have much emotion going on, but they're actually deeply emotional people. But so they purposefully kind of withhold that. They rein it in.
They rein it in?
Rein it in so they don't fall into ruin, right?
My God.
Huh? Yeah, hey, stole it.
Our puns are infinite and divine.
Oh my God.
Oh. But yeah, so I just think they're neat. Just think they're neat.
I got to give a shout out to one of the other minor characters. We had Baraka the Destroyer, who was terrifying. And then we had my favorite little problem child, Lysicor.
Oh.
Lysicor. Just going around going like, hey, Ultix, I'm just gonna kind of eavesdrop on your own little conversations. I'm not trustworthy. You should not trust me at all. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here now.
Yeah, very much the trying to think. I don't want to say just like a cameo. Oh, never mind. I'm trying to think of like what is it? The dragoon in Final Fantasy 14, like the edge character, the edgy.
Oh, Estinian.
Love that. Yeah, just like an edgy. Yeah, I love that.
It's just there.
Listen. I saw what you were posting online. It's fine. I'm not gonna tell anyone. But I just want you to know that I know, okay?
Wait, is that the scene where he just want you to know that I know. Is that the scene where he pretends to be the Subminds, or is that Haemon?
Hemian does that. Hemian does that later. But Lysicor listens in on some of the things that Ultix is talking about, and he kind of teases him about it. And Ultix is like, can you fucking not?
So funny.
Lysicor is where, when we first made our Necron video, like a couple years ago now, when we first started this like Warhammer thing, Lysicor was the reason why I got the rank of Nemesaur wrong, because Nemesaur is just like a rank of, it's a high ranking like military position, but because of Lysicor, he became a Nemesaur because he just killed everybody above him, so he was the only one left.
Great.
So
I mean, it works.
Whatever. Hey, if it works.
It works.
Calls himself the Duke.
It's great.
Oh, what a piece of shit. Love him. I wanted to ask, how did you guys feel about Yenneck and his problems? Because he's got the curse.
Yeah, I think it's. I wasn't as familiar. I think they discuss it in Infinite and Divine, so maybe I
briefly,
or maybe they go into. Yeah, but I don't think they go into quite as much detail of the Flayed Ones as they do here, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Which I was really grateful for.
These books are like the Flayed Ones are the core thing.
Yeah. And I was so I was a little confused at first. And when they really started to go into the curse, I was so surprised. What a it's so sad because they can't even say, "Oh my God, don't say pooey," but here they are like wearing corpse heads on their heads as little hats and like
their nails are becoming elongated.
Yeah. And just like lusting for blood, but I don't think the blood satisfies them, does it?
No, because we see towards the end with Unas. Unas is at the foot of his what is essentially his escape shuttle, and he's just mashing his face into like a pile of meat until it's paste. Like it's
like they can't ingest it.
No, it's
No.
a placebo. They think they're
like
eating.
playing eating, like a kid with a fake piece of food.
Yeah.
That is so scary.
Yes.
To be insatiable, and you can't even put it inside of you, and it doesn't provide you any sustenance, but it's all you think about.
Yeah.
It's not even like doing an awesome drug. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because at least maybe it would feel good, right? But you just feel nothing.
It makes Yannick all the more tragic in hindsight, because when you see Unas and how far he's fallen and how much like Hemian is like in his ear. Hemian's just Grima Wormtongue. It's hilarious. But like you see how bad the Flayer virus can get, and you kind of have almost Ultix's perspective of like, these are monsters, they're gone, whatever. But then you have Yannick, who is like, but that's my friend, and he's fine, kind of.
It kind of reminds me of this is topical because we were just talking about the Fallout show. I think is it season 1 where the ghoul takes Lucy into a house and there's a guy there who's just becoming a ghoul.
He's starting to go feral. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, you're so right. Yes. And it's hard because, Fallout's my extra special interest.
We're very normal about Fallout. We're all very normal.
I'm very mentally well. It's so sad. That's my favorite scene of both seasons. It's my favorite scene because Cooper has to make, so good. He has to make this horrible choice to put down his friend Roger before he becomes feral, or like a feral flayed one, right?
Yeah.
Because it's essentially the same. Yeah, oh my God, that blew my mind. Yes, and I can't believe I didn't think of that. That's great. Yeah, wow, and it's so beautiful and tragic, and so I feel for Ultix here, because that's like his friend. Yannick was like, he's the Razor.
There's something in particular that I noticed this time around when I was listening to it. I think it was just one of those details that I recognized, but as time has gone on, it's just faded. Where Ultix is talking about how, like, in life, Yannick was huge. He was super buff, handsome, and when he went through biotransference, like, he was a brilliant silver. He looked just as huge as he did before. And then when you see him on the ship, he's somehow thin and gaunt, and it's so I think that's the main tragedy with these books, is just seeing it's like it is watching someone get sick. And you notice how thin they are, or maybe they don't remember something that they once could like go on a rant about for hours on end. Like something is being lost.
Yeah, it really, And
it's not just someone, it's everything, everyone.
Yes.
Everything you've ever known. It's almost like, it is obviously a metaphor to like an illness and like how that takes somebody. But also I feel like it's just a metaphor to time and how time takes literally everything, right?
I think this is a good way to transition into talking more about Ultix as a character, and more specifically talking about the Dysphorak.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The flashback plot. Okay.
Yes.
This is one of the only books where we get to see a Necron POV of them having flesh.
Yes.
And the furnaces eventually.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about that scene because it breaks my fucking heart every time I get to it. Oh my God. So
rough.
The first scene we have with the Dysphorak is it's when Ultix is trying to remember a lesson from Jerus, and that's the start of Jerus's character arc as well, where he takes Ultix and they go down to like the sand. They basically, it's sci-fi Egypt basically.
The Dysphorak makes him dysphoric and disassociate.
Oh my God. So, like, Jerus has basically like a tournament happens between all the troops, and he just goes to every second troop after the lesson and just shoots them all to show Ultix that, no, these people are tools. And then we get more and more scenes of talking about how Ultix was back in the day, and it really shows how from the dawn of their society the Necrons have been so militaristic. And what would eventually like lead to them making a deal with the literal devils, and then going to war with the old ones, and then eventually getting the whole like, well, fuck it, let's take over the galaxy, this is ours. Like, you can see almost the dominoes of this society and how 60 million years later they become this, and it's almost like well, we have to get it back, because otherwise what was it all for? What was the point? It's fascinating.
I also love how after, like, when he comes like back to himself, he essentially has a panic attack.
Okay.
Yeah, full on.
Yeah.
Love that. I mean, I don't love that for him, but I love that, as a reader.
As a reader, it's fascinating, because it's one of, I think it's the only Necron that we see like really deal with this in such a way.
Yeah.
Because like every Necron book in some way talks about how, like, even Trazyn in Infinite and Divine and Orican, they have things to take their mind off of it. Trazyn, it's his galleries. Orican, it's just uncovering the secrets of the stars and so on and so forth. But Ultix only has his memories. And just I can never get the scene out of my head when he's in the prison and like some dust gets kicked up as he falls, and he doesn't even do it, but he has the reflex to wipe his eyes.
Yeah.
And that triggers the panic attack again. And I'm just like, oh, baby boy, no. Oh, no.
Like that urge to like breathe, and talking about lungs he doesn't have. And it's beautifully written.
It's weird how realistic of a panic attack this robot character has.
Right? Yeah.
It's crazy. How did you feel about Ultix as this book goes on? Like, he has a lot of anger issues. How did you feel about his arc overall as like kind of, do you feel that he was faking a lot of the anger? Like it was a reaction to the cards he had been dealt in life, so to speak?
I don't think he was faking it.
Well, I think like, well, faking it's probably the wrong word, but like, I think a better way to describe it is, do you think, well, no, I guess faking it wouldn't be the, exaggerating it. Thank you, Chad. I think he may have been like willing to get himself mad, because otherwise he feels... I think he's...
This is why he feels like a teenager.
Yeah,
because
exactly,
he gets huffy,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
It's not even that he is exaggerating it. It's that he feels really big because he's like kind of inexperienced in that way, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like into the arc of this book was him going through ego death.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. He has a lot of angst there.
Yeah.
The boy is angsty.
And I think that's what makes him so youthful also, is that these are situations I would be more, like if it were me, I'd be more like, I would be despondent. I would be like sad about these things, but he's angry instead, which I would expect more of like a younger man, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think it's not transference, but it's if he's not angry, then he'll be sad. I don't think he can handle being sad.
Yeah. I think that's more so what I was trying to get to, is that he would rather be angry than potentially be sad.
Yeah.
My therapist says that anger is an energizing emotion.
Yeah.
Listen,
So it lets him do something.
Yes, there's nothing more motivational than spite.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy.
And like it causes him to have false memories almost. Like we see this with Jerus, where he goes to see him and he's like, my fucking brother, he never loved me. My fucking brother, he's such a piece of shit. And he meets him and he's like, why are you nice to me? What the fuck? What's happening?
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? But he has spent so long just going like, nobody likes me. I hate my fucking dad. I hate my fucking brother. And like, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I really liked the family dynamic as well. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. I will say this.
Yes.
Before I understood that Jerus was his brother, I was a little bit like, is there some gay shit going on here?
Bro, I was like, come on.
Okay.
Lean in, boys.
No, wait.
Then it's like, they're brothers. No, it's like,
Girls.
Yes.
Girls, wait.
Yes.
You've only read part 1. Part 2, there is some Yennik shit. Do not fucking worry.
Yo.
Yennik X Ultix is the ship. Do not fucking worry.
It is?
The
okay, because like, that's what,
I was about to name the ship that they were on when they left and say, actually, that's the ship. But now I can't remember what the ship was called. But it would have been really funny if I had.
I'm so, okay, because like, okay. The way that he like talks about, it almost felt like during the draft of writing this.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. And then he was like, was looking at his first draft with his hands on his hip. And he's like, when a little too gay. Gotta back this up. They're brothers.
Yeah. They're brothers. It's fine. They're brothers.
I love you, brother.
He watched a couple shoujo anime and was like,
Carrie, Paige, I promise you, Rain, it's not even really subtext.
Okay.
It's crazy.
With Ultix and Yennik?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, because like I don't know what it is about the Necrons. They feel kind of gay, and I don't know quite what it is.
They have a lot of feelings.
Well, it's the kind of a lot of feelings. You know what I mean? Because you can have a lot of feelings and not be gay, right? You know, you have feelings.
Yeah.
But like there's something about these feelings. And same with Infinite and Divine. I'm like, these two are gay. They are roommates. You know what I'm saying?
Yearning.
Yeah, there's like, it's like it's so deep, and the way it's written. So I don't know. So okay, I'm glad you've said that. Thank you, because now, okay, interesting. Because like, when he's talking about like the razor, he's like, oh, but you were the razor, and you're so sexy and hot. I mean,
he literally is talking about like he was so big and buff and
so
hot.
big, oh.
Everybody loved him, but he never took a woman, and it's like that motherfucker is gay.
Why'd you notice that?
Why'd you notice that? Ultix? That's a weird thing to notice if you're not like,
Yeah, okay, because like, yeah, okay. Because like, okay, because there is that like sex scene for, I believe it's Orican in
Oh yeah.
In Infinite and Divine.
And Orican,
Yeah. And so I was wondering if there would be something like this in here, and I don't believe there was anything like that really, but the idea of him being like, oh well, he's just so big and shiny,
so huge.
Yeah, and he's the razor.
The razor of Seta.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Glad. Good to know. Good to know. Not even subtext. They just outright like, and then they made out. Like, do they kiss?
It's allegorical.
Okay. I thought you were pausing like to be like, Paige, no. But oh my god. Okay, interesting. I didn't realize I was reaching spoiler territory. Oh my god.
Rain is good. It's very different from this book.
It's raining men.
I was just gonna say that. So good.
Ultix's arc is not over because he has gone from being an exile back to being a prince, back to being a king. And now he needs to learn how to be a king with no help from the people that he looked up to.
Please tell me this is like the Princess Diaries.
Did they do his eyebrows?
That would be so
So
good.
Mentep is
good.
like his advisor. It's great. So how did you feel about Mentep now that we've mentioned him really quick? Because he's a little weird.
He's hiding some shit, and he's been hiding some shit, I felt like. And I kind of expected the way he is introduced and the way he shows up and the way that he strikes me as like a someone that was going to betray him. I thought he was going to betray him. And so I was a little surprised when in fact he helps, save him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that was really surprising for me. I liked him. I liked him.
To also talk about this for a second, Mentep is a cryptech. Now, cryptech is just like basically the word for like wizard for Necrons.
Right.
Like Orican is like the greatest cryptech ever. He's a chronomancer.
Right.
Mentep is a psychomancer. And their whole thing is using basically casting spells to inflict fear upon their enemies.
Okay. Oh, they grab the amygdala and squeeze it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
the cortisol be spiking.
Is there a psychomancer in the Rogue Traders? Isn't there one early on, or am I losing it?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not entirely sure.
I played like the first 2 hours, so that's all I know.
But
interesting.
Yeah, Psychomancer is particularly what Mentep is, and also he's definitely hiding something because he has that little pet Zot.
Yes,
and he's talking to it, and Ultix at one point even goes like, this pet talks a lot. And Mentep's like, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, Zot. That's a great name for a pet.
It is. We will get more of Mentep in book 2. It's great. So Ultix is great. I loved everything about his subminds and his arc with his subminds, where it, in a way, because the subminds are him, he finally, through this arc, learns how to not only forgive himself, but also, love might be a strong word, but to be okay with himself. Literally be okay with himself.
How Ultix got his groove back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all I could think of when I reached the end of the book. I was like, he got his groove back.
He did get his groove back.
I mean, it's almost, to me, it was almost a visualization of, like, at some point, if you're going through therapy, you kind of break yourself into different pieces so that you can examine which parts of yourself are maybe causing your body to react in a way that you don't want it to react, such as like a trauma response or something. And so a lot of people end up going with like, okay, well, if I'm looking at like my inner child who was hurt, like, of course, they're going to want to have me like hide away. And a big part of the therapeutic experience is like learning why and kind of forgiving and accepting those parts of yourself so that you can then kind of regain control through trust.
And that's why...
that's literally what it felt like.
And that's why it's so impactful when Ultix, for the first time, when Hemian starts surgically removing the subminds, Ultix for the first time is like literally Hemian is taking pieces of Ultix away from him.
Yeah. Bro, that scene was messed up.
And then he has to... Oh my god, there's so many allegories in this for so many things. And I love it.
Well, it was after he had them start calling him an equal, right?
Yeah.
Which they all got confused over for a little while.
They're like, what? And I think a big part of that was him not only coming to Ithacus and seeing how fucked up Ithacus was. God, Flayed Ones are creepy.
Oh,
they're great.
Tap, tap.
That's what I want to be like when I'm an old lady,
Tap,
just
tap,
like
tap.
sneaking around in the dark, being like,
Scratch.
me too.
Tap, 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 tap.
It
Scratch,
does
scratch.
seem fun.
I'm carving a little thing on your leg. Don't worry about it. Oh God, the moment where the Space Marines, like Ultix is hiding from like a squad of Space Marines, and then there's the fucking Flayed
the
one
one that
standing there, and it looks at Ultix and holds up a finger to go shh, and then just mauls the Space Marines.
Us poor guy.
That's crazy. They're so creepy. I do not like
they're
them.
awful.
Awful little guys. Ooh.
Yeah, they're genuinely really spooky. I'm really glad you brought up how similar they are
To the ghouls.
that scene with Roger and the feral ghouls. I don't know why, like obviously they're both feral. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That's really smart.
But then you have like the moment where it goes shush to Ultix and you're like,
Oh, there's something in there.
have you lost your mind or are you just different?
Yeah. That it's I'm interested. Is that at all answered in the second book?
Yes.
So
Book
are they just
2 is nuts.
sick and different?
I will not
like-
answer these things.
Oh, okay.
Book 2 is
Okay, keep your
Book 2 goes
secrets.
some places. That's all I'm saying. Book 2 goes some places.
I mean, it feels
Cool.
also like a lot of like Necron stories, at least so far that we've been exposed to, are about like a disassociation from the truth.
Yes.
And so to me, it would thematically make sense if Flayed Ones are in there, but it's just like hyper repressed by this urge, this like disease or whatever it is that's like giving them basically a mission, like a thing to do, a thing like a number one
then-
objective.
But then we see like certain situations like Unas, King Unas with we see him like essentially he's gone crazy. He's lost his mind. No thanks to Hemian, Grima worm-tonguing him going, "Yes, my lord, eat, my lord. Yes, feed." Like it's crazy. And he's pretending to be fucking Jerus.
That was so fucked.
Holy shit.
That
You
made me
piece
so
of shit.
angry as a reader. Not, of course, because it was so good, but in the way that it's like, no, I have learned to trust the subminds. I've learned to trust, like, because you would trust yourself, and then, I did not like that.
He's pretending to be
I didn't appreciate
Jerus.
that.
He's pretending to be the sub. Oh, he's just. I hate Hemian.
So mean. What an asshole.
Hemian's fate was so deserved, where it's like, okay, you have a bunch of like fucking aliens that you're experimenting on. Okay, well, go meet them. Boo, into the pit. Fuck you.
Right?
God.
I love that he said it so that he can feel pain. I
Yep.
thought like that was
You get what you fucking deserve, bro. Everything.
Mhm.
Why are we putting turn back on the pain switches in all these guys? That
Why
seems like
is
a
there-
weird.
I agree.
So-
Why even have that switch?
So
right?
remember, the Catan were the ones who made the Necrons.
Right.
So
Yeah.
given
So
how
it's
fucking
too-
evil they are, it totally makes sense to me, at least, that they would be like, yeah, I'm going to turn on your pain thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we know what happened with Unas that made him like go nuts.
Wait, real quick. What if you
Yeah.
were sorry, real quick. I want to hear what you have to say, but I just what if you were like a creepy guy and you were like, I want to feel, and you flipped it on so that you could be like spanked,
Fuck yeah.
right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do you think do you think they would? I know they don't
I
have
think
sexual
there's-
urges,
I-
but what if
Well, there might be one Necron out there who's the exception that's just like, release me. Fucking take me.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Release
I know.
me.
Like, because they don't have traditional what we perceive as sexual urges, right? So I don't. I wonder. Anyway, I apologize. I just that
different today.
Yeah.
right. It just made me wonder, like, why not? Seems like something Trazen would try.
Yeah.
Well, we do
It's kinda
know.
freaky.
We do know when he gets ripped up by the T-Rex at the start of Infinite Divine. I think the the text literally goes like, Drazen did not like being murdered.
Yes, yeah.
It was really
Yeah, well-
annoying.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was just because he was like, oh, this is so annoying because it's taking too much time, or if it's because owie. You know what I mean?
I think it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
So Unas goes to Sokar during the war in heaven with the Catan. The Necrons have rebelled. And we know that Landugor was killed. Landugor was the only Catan that they actually killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the one who cursed the Necrons with the Flayed virus. So that's probably where the curse started for the Ithacus dynasty. And then, fast forward however many years, and then Ultix comes back, and Unas has completely lost his mind, and he's wearing the face!
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing...
I definitely visualize the cursing, like, in Hocus Pocus.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're, like, burning the witches, and they all just, like, start chanting a spell. So that's what happened in my mind.
I like that.
Yeah.
How did you both react to the reveal when Ultix looked up and saw that his father was wearing
the face reveal?
Literally the face reveal, yeah.
It was spooky, and creepy, and I guess that was his little crown. I guess in a way, right?
Gross.
Yay.
Not good.
Ugh.
Yeah.
There's
there's some of
these
these
horror elements.
Lots of like bodily, like, let's just throw this piece over here or something.
Yeah, a lot of visceral descriptions, which I appreciate. I love the writing. This book was really hard for me. Like, I feel like I'm a pretty good reader. I read a lot of books. The language is so dense in a really lovely way. That I would like read something and then I would like ponder it. I would read a sentence and I would need to ponder.
Yeah.
You know, which I really love when a book does that to me. And like, and I love reading Warhammer books now because like I feel like I have a decent vocabulary, but I'm always reading these and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then I'll like, oh shit, and I'll like write it in my notes.
Yeah.
Like, that's so great. I did not know that word. It's great.
But then you'll get like made up stupid Imperium words like it's not a toilet, it's the Adeptus Shiticus or something like that. And I'm
you
like,
can't
fuck
say that.
off,
It's illegal.
fuck off.
Did you just make that up just now?
What? No.
Get him! Eat him!
Adeptus Shiticus? I love that.
Imperium names are wild. They're fucking crazy.
It's great.
So speaking of the Imperium, the Angels in Carmine were the main Space Marine threat of this book because we had the Guard and we saw Ultix watch the Guard come down, and I think it was his subminds are going like, oh yeah, they're sending the most faithful and the least faithful to the front lines so that the least faithful die and the most faithful will fight the hardest, and they just keep sending them like ants. But then the Space Marines show up and we get this really interesting moment where Ultix is watching the Space Marines and going, they made us.
Yeah.
These fucking idiots willingly did what we did to ourselves. Oh my god.
Is the I'm not as familiar with the most of the Space Marines. So these guys are the Blood Angels, right?
They are a successor of the Blood Angels. So
okay, are they kind of the more vampire-y ones?
Yeah, Paige.
I think that's really interesting that it's these guys in particular, and what with the Flayed Ones, etc.
Yeah.
Like I think that's really, I like that. So, anyway, go on.
So the Blood Angels back in the day, like, well, they still do this. Like they're just space vampires. Like one of their dudes is just Dracula. They're hot. They're crazy. So a lot of their successor chapters are either like more vampire-y or less vampire-y, and some of them are just like, yeah, we eat people.
Hell yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
So I'm gonna send you, Paige, the Angels and Carmine logo that they have for them. So normally the Blood Angels logo, it's a blood drop or a teardrop that is like surrounded by angel wings. But the angels in Carmine, it's the same blood drop, but it's bat wings.
God.
Can you tell?
Oh my God,
Hold
hell
up.
yeah.
We can't let anybody know that we're space vampires. We have to keep it very secret. Make the logo have
Yeah.
bat wings. It'll throw them off.
They'll never know.
They'll never
Wow, that
know.
is blatant. that is blatant goodness.
It's crazy. We'll see more of them in book 2.
I was
it's great.
laughing because
Mhm.
as this all happened and I was listening to the book, I was in real time making a sweater, a Blood Angel sweater in Tomodachi Island Life
hell yeah.
for Sanguinius.
Mhm.
And so they start describing the logo, and I was like, I'm drawing that right
That's
now.
oh!
That's crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Great logo.
We'll see more of the Angels in Carmine in the next book, but
okay.
I just think it was really interesting how Ultic saw a Space Marine and was like, I've heard about these guys, but now seeing them, they are what Necrons are. We have abandoned what we once were to enhance ourselves to become better, but we have fundamentally lost something that we once were.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we're doing it for the sake of war. And that's it. It's crazy.
War never changes.
War
never
never
changes.
fucking changes. That's damn
That's
true.
right.
Okay, let's talk about the big man himself, the guy, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's talk about Jerus.
Ooh, daddy. Or I guess brother, really.
We got
When you think about it, weird.
Ultix. We got Ultix
Wait.
parentheses baby girl, and then we got Jerus parentheses daddy.
I was
Right.
I was writing out the prompts you sent us for notes, and this is all I drew.
Oh yeah, let me see this. Uh-oh.
Jerus, Ultix's brother in his arc, and you just drew a crying face.
Oh.
Okay.
So cute.
So Jerus is such a highlight because his arc is. I want to talk about the theme of the book in a bit and think what you guys think like the overall theme of this was. But I think at least for some of this book, I think the theme, especially around Jerus, is it is never too late to change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's 60 million years later, there is always a choice. There is always an opportunity to change. And it's great. So, how did you like Jerus? You guys, how'd you?
I mean, for so many reasons, I think one of the most beautiful things is the reveal of him. Look, just like I love that to Ultix he walks up and Jerus is just like scribbling shit.
Polishing your fucking soldiers.
Yeah, polishing
what are you
and
doing?
scribbling shit on them. Like, this is stupid. What is wrong with you? And it turns out he is inscribing their names and their deeds. Like, and everything that they were on each of their bodies, like how, like, and he remembered, and I think that's so beautiful. And I also, yeah. Anyway, sorry, you were saying
he screams, "Remember us!" and all of his soldiers also scream it, and it's the first sound they've made in 60 million years.
Yeah.
Like,
whoa.
every time I get to that fucking part, I'm gonna be real. I get a little emotional. I get a little teary eyed because I'm like, that's gorgeous. That's amazing. That's perfect. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, that was really beautiful. And I think it really tells you something about a character that will take that amount of time to, I wish I had written down the way the text is, but it talks about how he is meticulously like cleansing each one.
Yep.
And then it's so meticulous that by the time he has gone to the next one, the previous one already has like some specks of dirt. Like
Yep.
it's what is it? A Sisyphean effort.
Yeah.
And he's done it for every single soldier.
And that's I just really, that tells me a lot about who he is. And I just, how can you not love a character that will do that? As soon as that scene ends, I'm like, oh, okay, so he dies. Like,
no,
he's
that's
good.
his last hurrah.
There's the death flag.
And
Got
then-
it, you know?
And then the fucking tragedy of Ultix mercy kills, well, you could say it's mercy killing his father, who has gone insane.
Yes.
And immediately, like, all of the royal insignia goes to him, and then he realizes my fucking brother is dead.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because doesn't it also go gold?
Yep.
Isn't that the Necron like
Yep.
protocol?
His
And then
entire
everything
thing
kneels
goes
before
gold.
him.
Yep.
I love that they all kneel before him, and then he also takes an identical stance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really beautiful.
It's so good.
Oh, go ahead.
It's so good.
Like I'm so surprised these books aren't more mainstream because of course they're Warhammer.
Yeah.
It's about robots, but like these are
there's good stuff
well. It's juicy. It is that deep. It is that deep. It's a good read. It's not, it's not like I'm a fairy and I want to fuck this other fairy like that you read, everywhere in, you go to Indigo or Barnes and Noble and that's all there is. Like this is these robots want to fuck. And no, I'm kidding. But like it's so deep and good and there's something for everybody. And I'm just so sorry, my ADHD brain is just exploding because I'm just like, why isn't this like, why doesn't this sell more? I'm just shocked. I mean, I know this is popular in 40K, but like, I'm just really surprised because this was fabulous.
So like with the scene with Jerus and all of the gold lighting up in the scripture on the Necrons, like I've seen people on their models, they have the silver Necrons and they'll make it like a darker silver on purpose so that they use a really bright gold and they just like do little scribbles all throughout their armor and it looks so cool.
That's beautiful. That's lovely.
I've also seen people make Ultics where they just like they just kind of make him look banged up and like burnt and stuff and it's like
excoriate him.
Poor baby boy, but he's okay. It's fine.
Oh.
I think Jerus's arc is so insane because it is like what we never know for sure because Ultix only speculates that he did what he did with his warriors and had his last hurrah specifically to make up for like he never got over killing those 50 soldiers to teach Ultix a lesson. He never truly felt like that was the right thing to do. It was a thing that he had to do. And that makes it so much more impactful when he goes, Ultix, you have to change. We have to change. We can't go out and just keep doing this because it's clearly not working. It's just,
yeah.
Yeah. Like, sometimes they must burn. It's just like, oh my gosh. Like, I think that's really beautiful that he would still care that many years later. I think that's so cool.
And one thing that is so interesting as well with Jerus is he's the firstborn, but he doesn't want the throne.
Yeah.
And so like we've seen that trope done in a couple things. But for a Necron, a lot of Necrons do want that throne.
Yeah. And I think he would have made a fabulous king. Like his whole ideal is his whole thing is all I do is serve. I serve. And like that's what I think what a good king would do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I think that if that were his desire, like he would have been the perfect king.
But it's not something that he wanted. Either out of fear or like the responsibility was too much.
I can't remember. Does he say why he doesn't want it, or is that just
if I remember correctly, he says that he feels that he wouldn't be good enough.
Oh, interesting.
But he feels that Ultix would be good because Jerus says that he literally cannot change. He believes in his core that he cannot change.
Right.
He has his moral code.
He's set in his ways.
He's set in his ways, and that's why he believes that he would not be a good ruler. But he knows that Ultix can change, and Ultix is the new, and that's why he puts all of his faith into his brother and says, "You are going to be the one to do it. No matter what happens, you'll figure it out."
Right.
And it's Jerus, my guy, my absolute champion. And also, we have so much of this book with characters who have no resources, like the scene where they're in the court and it's like, how many troops do we have? Like, not enough to hold the fucking planet. Oh, okay, summon the monoliths. Well, we don't have the key to the monoliths. Poor Dennett doesn't remember that though.
Oh, Dennett.
Poor Dennett. And so Ultix, who is basically on his own, he has raw physical power, but he doesn't have much else than that.
Yeah.
But then when Jerus shows up and he's essentially conducting a concert, and there are fucking aircraft going overhead and ships are exploding and going down, and like defenses are activating just with like a flick of his finger, and it's just like, oh my god, that's the power of a Necron. Like,
yeah,
holy moly.
Yeah, I loved the comparison to him. Like that was his music. That was his true ability to compose. I thought that was great.
And then there's the lesson with the tachyon arrow with the three Imperial Titans. Hey, Ultix, you remember how we got these arrows as like a celebration? Yeah. You remember what you did with yours? I shot it and I missed. So here's the last lesson. Shoots a Titan, one-shots it, it dominoes into the other two. Patience.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What are those things? Why can it take out a whole Titan?
They're really powerful, but you only get one shot. You gotta learn patience, Ultix. Listen, in order to be king, you gotta...
That scene felt like in like a shonen anime when suddenly the teacher starts going all out.
Oh, yeah.
And like the main characters are like, whoa!
Showing you why
Kakashi senpai is so strong. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Jerus is just such a great character. And like that, I'm always really impressed when a character shows up and like passes on or goes out in a heroic way in the book, and like I am able to feel so much emotion for it, because that's so impressive from like a writing standpoint of like, this character realistically was only in like maybe 15-20% of the book, but I felt so bad when he died.
He haunts the narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved his, final goodbye. I love that he hugs his brother.
Oh my god. I could hear the Berserk background music. I was like, oh,
The guts theme.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Oh. And it's the fact that it is the first and the last time he's ever hugged his brother.
Yeah.
And again, that tells us a lot about Necron society, where like they don't do love. That's an alien concept to them.
It's also like hugging is a physical thing. Like it's a body experience.
Yeah.
Like when people hug each other, like our heart rates literally drop when we hug someone.
Right.
Because there is this sense of trust and safety, and like the physical touch, we know that like our brains really respond to it, right? So like they've almost lost the reason to hug.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And so it's like it's an even closer, more intimate moment, because it's like going back emotionally to when they did have bodies.
I'm getting a little emotional.
Yeah.
Just thinking
Whoa.
about it. Like
It's like
I
so
literally
good.
at one point I was like laughing. You know how sometimes you'll have a moment that like you're feeling a lot or something,
Yeah.
and then you like see yourself from the outside and you're like, I'm such an edgy weirdo. I literally at one point was listening and I felt a single tear run down my face, and I was like,
oh. No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's a meaningless gesture like to them at this point, but at the same time it's the most meaningful gesture you could do.
Yeah.
Because it is so meaningless in its meaninglessness.
To,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
To the
he wasted the
beautiful.
time he could have used to direct to like 7 more drones.
yeah.
Yeah.
To
Like
To
that
do that.
was more important.
from an outside perspective, it was a worthless gesture, but to Ultix and Jerus, it was everything.
Yeah.
I love Ultix. I love Jerus. Do you see why I've been talking about this book for like years and just being like, hey, you guys want to get some good Necron shit? Read these books. They're fucking good.
I finally get it. I also loved Trazin's extremely brief cameo mention. He's like, oh yeah, Trazin, that fucking thief. I was like, hey.
We are not calling Trazin. We're not calling the Stormlord. I will not fucking hear it, okay?
Yeah, wait a minute. Everything's about to like go tits up big time, but you won't call Trazin? Come on.
He's just gonna put us all in the ball.
That's true.
He's gonna put us on a display. Fuck. There was another cameo from another very popular Necron Lord, Nemesor Zandrik, who is... Yeah. Nate Crowley wrote a novella called Severed. I talked about this novella briefly when we did Infinite and Divine. I highly recommend it. It's more gay than anything I've ever read in all of 40K, and I mean that.
I'm not so gay. So I love that, but it's just very. I'm just very pleasantly surprised.
So here's the thing with Severed. Nemesor Zandrik is a Necron Lord of incredible skill. He is like one of the best generals in the setting. Period.
Right.
Nemesor Zandrik thinks that he is still flesh and bone.
Oh, that's awesome.
He is Necron Don Quixote.
That's so fucking cool.
Oh,
and Severed is focusing on his bodyguard named Oberon. And every battle that they have, Nemesor Zandrik is like, oh, these Necron tier rebels. We will. It's crazy. There's a scene where they're at, like, they're on the ship after a battle. And they have like food in front of them and nobody is eating. And Zandrik is pretending to drink, but he believes it.
Yeah.
And Oberon's like, I'm gonna fucking freak out. I'm gonna freak out right now.
That's awesome.
I cannot recommend. I cannot recommend enough Severed. Severed is so good.
Is he a flayed one? Is that why he's kind of lost it, or is he just generally?
No, he's just
disassociated from reality, but
also it's
like
not
gone backwards.
It's not clear if he actually knows, or if he has like moments of lucidity.
Interesting.
It's left purposefully kind of vague.
So it's a novella, so it's not very long.
No, I could.
Bummer.
It's not very long, but it's so good.
Because I was just trying to find it on Audible, and I don't think it's there.
No, I could send you where to read it. Anyway,
that would be great.
It's good. It's real good.
I'm excited.
The other thing too is that it is written by Nate Crowley, same author of this book and Twice a King Ruin or Rain. I mean, so. There's a little something here and there.
Interesting.
It's great, and it's just so good. There's a lot of I feel that Nate Crowley and Robert Rath as authors have done so good for the Necrons in terms of being able to relate to them and just fleshing them out as beings in this setting, and. Yeah. Again, we've talked about how like oftentimes they feel almost more human than the humans do because the Imperium is just so alien compared to like what we have today. It's so like it's such a nightmare. Whereas like the Necrons, there's a lot of sympathy to be had in the loss that they have experienced. There was a recent book that came out that had a Necron POV where again it's a Necron who believes that he is flesh and bone. He's not a flayed one or anything. And it's to a point where like his assistant holds up a mirror to him and goes, "What do you see?" And the Necron Lord goes, "Oh, I see me. I'm a handsome man. You know, I may have like lost a couple pounds or something, but I look great."
Yeah.
And he turns to leave and his assistant goes, "I miss you, my lord." And the Lord stops in the doorway and goes, "I miss me too." And keeps going. And it's like, oh!
And wait, which story is this?
I have to look it up. It was a recent Imperial book. Hold on.
Also, are there any other Necron books, or is this like it's the Twice Dead King duo, Infinite and Divine, the novella Severed? Are there others, or are these like the best ones, or is this like it?
These are arguably the best ones. There was a Necron book that came out recently. That's like a
Tomb
Necron
World?
POV. Yes, Tomb World. I've heard pretty good things about it. The book that the I Miss Me Too comes from is the book Kasserkin by Eduardo Albert. I'll put that in our little shared chat here.
Yeah.
It is not just a Necron book. It's like a multiple POVs. But from everybody that I've talked to and the scenes that I've read, definitely the Necron parts are like the highlight. Very well written. Very, very good.
Cool.
It's fantastic. Tomb World is, from what I've heard, pretty good. My buddy read it like the moment that it dropped on Audible, or he listened to it, but same thing, like whatever. And he said, yeah, it's good.
Okay.
But I definitely think Infinite Divine and Twice Dead King, both of them are like, I think if you're going to get into Necrons, I think Infinite Divine is great for wacky hijinks, and obviously Traz and Orkin's relationship is fantastic, and it's such a great book. But I think I think Necrons, you might get not the wrong idea, but like your idea of Necrons might just kind of leave off with like, they're kind of goofy and wacky. Whereas I think Twice Dead King is a more generalized view of them as a whole, which is they're tragic.
Yeah.
And they've lost so much. I absolutely love it. One thing, we could probably start to wrap up here, but I wanted to ask you guys, what did you think the theme of the book was? Like, what was the overall like message, do you think? Because I think it's never too late to change.
I think you might be right. The theme of the book. That's tricky.
I think for me, it was, like I said earlier, like, at least Altix's story it goes about being about, like, ego death.
Yeah.
And in that, I feel like the overall kind of story is about how you have to die a little bit to move forward. Like, you're going to lose things as you continue moving forward.
Sort of as if he died twice, once in the bio furnace and once again, the twice dead kid.
Where I wrote ego death, I then equated it body death.
Oh, wait, sorry, I almost forgot.
So wait, did we talk about like how scary the furnaces were?
No, I was just about to mention, because I just remembered we forgot to talk about it. Yeah, the furnaces are terrifying.
Yeah, I didn't love that.
Nope.
All of the freaking Catan just floating around up above, being like, nom 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 nom, delicious.
Hey, it looks like they're eating. Oh, that's weird. But then, like, poor Ultix, he's got the tumors like so much that like he can barely walk, and like his neck is so swollen. But then he feels a warm metal hand, and it's fucking Jerus.
Ugh.
It's not so bad.
Metal Jerus, that's so cool.
It's not so bad.
Oh.
Like, but then to emphasize how horrifying it was, Ultix comes out of the Disferak, and he's like backing away, and he's like, no,
like, that's not a good thing.
I can't make that mistake. Do not go in there. Oh my god.
Which I wonder if we'll ever get like a perspective of like it happening. Like what actually happens.
Like the burning.
Well, like whatever the process truly is, POV. I wonder if they'll ever touch on that, because we know it's horrible and we know what the result is.
Yeah, how do they transfer everything?
Yeah.
You know, and how do they decide what what you'll look like as your robot guy.
So
you know?
And what is the separation of a soul from, like, they seem to still have the same consciousness?
Yeah, but as we've talked
but
about
they don't
a
have
bit,
souls.
No, they don't have souls, because souls and intelligence in 40K, it's a little different, because your soul is essentially just your presence within the warp, and Necrons don't have a concept of the warp whatsoever.
Yeah, but then you also have a mind.
You also have a mind, but the thing with Necrons, and like we know this from also the Infinite Divine, where like Trazyn and Orican were old men by the time they went into the biofurnaces.
Right.
So like Trazyn's hunch is reflected in his Necron form. So it's kind of like whatever you looked like by the time you went in was what you eventually kind of looked like as a Necron. The Razor, Yenneck, was huge and buff and
hot
and
sexy,
he was so sexy.
So hot.
And when he came out of the furnace, like, he looked amazing, and his silver was even more, like, it looked polished. It was so brilliant. So yeah, there's a lot of really neat little things. Oh, sorry. God, my ADHD is off the wall today. Just to mention another Necron book, at least a cameo. Robert Rath wrote Infinite Divine. He also wrote the novel Fall of Cadia, which features one of the most important.
Wait, do you mean Nate?
No, I mean Robert Rath for Infinite Divine. Nate Crowley has written a lot of other things like orc books.
Okay.
But just talking about where Necrons show up. Trazyn shows up in Fall of Cadia.
Oh.
And he has a lot of weird little interactions, and it's very fun. So Severed, Kasserkin, Fall of Cadia, Tomb World are other Necron books that are pretty good.
Nice. Good.
But yeah. No, the biofurnaces are terrifying. I hate them. I hate the Catan. I hate them so much. They're terrible. Evil gods.
Not great. Not ideal.
Don't like them. Paige.
Yes?
Did you have any other ideas of what the theme might be, or...
I mean, I think you guys nailed it. I do think there's a lot of... This isn't really a theme, but I guess there's a lot of decay. And I guess, just the moving forward despite decay, like when Jerus says, like, oh, it's not so bad, even though it's pretty fucking bad, Jerus. I don't know.
Pretty bad, man.
pretty bad. But it, like, even like there's that moment where what is it that all these Necrons are kind of like just they're toast to save one Necron. There's a line where it's like saving one Necron is usually not important unless that Necron is the king, right?
Yeah. The king is the most important person here.
Right. The use of all of these resources just to save one. They would just, who cares? But it's the king. So I don't know. And it just made me think of Jerus, like, you know, shooting those 50 guys and how.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just for you, just so you can learn something, and just so you can. I don't know. I guess it's sacrifice, maybe.
Because also
and the sacrifices they make.
We see Ultix, especially with the Lich Guard at the end, where he kills his father. Like he kind of in that moment, because they ask him, like, we're not going to stop you.
Yeah.
If you kill him, because this is fucked up. So. We almost get Ultix going and realizing throughout this book, because at the beginning he's like, yeah, whatever, they're Necron warriors are supposed to die, whatever. And that's because the lesson that Jerus had taught him. But he realizes that is wrong. These warriors do understand what's going on. They do have thoughts and feelings and desires. Maybe not as fully realized as someone like a Necron Lord, but there's something there.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Flayed Ones, perhaps.
Right.
They might not just be monsters. There might be something else going on.
Oh, I'm so excited to find out.
Yes, with the twice dead King Rain. Paige, would you like to do this again next month with the next book?
It would be my pleasure.
Oh
Please.
my gosh.
I'm very excited.
Oh my
Please, please,
gosh.
please.
Yay.
Okay, so June.
Yes.
Let's shoot.
Get out my calendar here.
Let's shoot for. How do we feel about the 17th?
17th. Oh, we got
Maybe 24th.
I am open. I am
Okay.
open. I am open.
Let's shoot for the 17th, and if that, if we got to push it back, it's no biggie.
Perfect.
Okay.
I think I can make that.
June 17th, The Twice Dead King, Ruin. Let me read the little blurb here.
Oh, wait, I have one more thought on the theme, if I can
Yes,
just...
please. Yes.
Oh, just building on what Paige talked about with sacrifice. I feel like part of it, too, is also, like, learning that it's, like, that you are the result of other people's sacrifice, so you have... But you can choose to carry that and make something of it.
Yeah.
Like, being worth the sacrifice.
It does not have to be for nothing.
Yeah. So it's almost like there's a sense of like taking responsibility or like stepping into your own a little bit. Perhaps, I don't know.
Maybe. And my favorite part, I think, of the book was when Oltix sings Hakuna Matata with Yannick and Mentep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why. I just wanted to.
I just can't wait to be king.
Oh
God. Oh no.
What?
What happened to my kingdom?
Oh boy.
Just the worst day. Ultix in the very bad, not good day.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the blurb for the Twice Dead King reign reads as follows. Followed the exploits of Ultix, who, having finally been granted the throne of the Ithacus dynasty, now faces far greater threats from within and without. He soon learns that the lessons of kingship are not quite what he had hoped.
Oh.
We gotta learn. We gotta learn what's going on.
That's not good.
Uh-oh. There's a bigger one here. After centuries of exile, the Necron Lord Ultix has at last been granted the thing he has always craved, the throne of the Ithacus dynasty. Kingship, however, is not quite what he had hoped for. Ultix's reign currently exists aboard the dying battleship Acrops, as it lumbers away from the ruins of his crown world. Behind it is a hostile armada of unfathomable size launched by the barbaric alien war cult known as the Imperium of Man. And within the Acrops' sepulchral hold, an even greater threat festers, the creeping horror of the Flayer Curse. Faced with such overwhelming odds, Ultix leads a desperate voyage into a darkness so profound that salvation and doom look much the same. If he and his dynasty are to make it through that long night, Ultix will have to become a very different sort of king.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I just can't wait
to rage against the dying of the light.
Oh, yeah, seriously. Oh, no. I'm scared for him. I'm scared for our daddy.
My baby boy, no.
Oh, no. Okay. No.
Ultix must lead his people on a great exodus to get away from this threat.
I need to go to AO3.
Right now.
And I need to know how many I guess would I look for Twice Dead King?
I would wait till after we've read both books.
Oh, I just wanted to see how many there were.
How many results?
Yeah.
I don't know what you would search for.
Let's see.
Necron?
No, because that's too broad.
How would I look for this? Maybe would it be under books and literature? I don't know if I would find it.
There's gotta be.
This is just me being curious now.
Girl, you're fine. Do not worry. These are valid questions to have. How much?
I bet if I look in under Warhammer, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably likely. Wait, no. Would it be under books? Oh, I don't know. I could do this on my own time. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bug you guys.
Do not worry.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh. I love this book so much.
Yeah, I also love it. I'm really, really glad that I got to read this. Thank you so much for having me, but two,
absolutely,
for having us read this. I'm just really surprised this sort of book is not more popular. I know so many
I've been
people.
screaming to people, going
Yeah.
like, you gotta read this. You gotta.
Yeah. Huh. It's really hard for me to find anything this good and relatively recent.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just
so it's
2022.
Yeah, wow. Okay, interesting. I wonder if he'll ever has he Robert Rath, has he written any more Necron books, or is this it for him for a while, do you think?
This is Nate Crowley. Sorry, I've been bouncing
Nate
between
Crowley, sorry.
authors. No. That's
Sorry.
not your fault. That's mine. He has been doing a couple other books. I think he's only done these two and then Severed.
Okay.
Maybe a short story that I'm not thinking of at the top of my head. There's also, like, he's done a lot of orc books recently from what I'm aware. Like, he did Gazkul, Prophet of the Wa, which I've also heard very,
cool.
very, very good things. But yeah, this is, it's so good. I love how Nate Crowley writes Necrons. I love how, give me that yummy, yummy drama, that delicious, delicious tragedy. It's so good.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Who does crap. Now I'm all turned around. Who does the voice? The voice,
Richard
the
Reed.
narration? Richard Reed. I've been intermittently saying Robert Rath or Nate Crowley is the voice.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Richard Reed. Yeah, wow, that voice is unreal.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
No,
Yeah.
Richard Reed does great stuff, and I hope he gets way more work, especially with GW stuff, because he does a great job, and he's wonderful and does good stuff. And we talked a bit about it. I think I don't remember if it was before or after we started the recording, but like, Richard Reed is the voice of Necrons. Like, that's the accent, that's the cadence, that's the tone, that's it. I love him.
It's so good. Speaking of Necrons, I believe tomorrow Mechanicus 2
Oh my god,
comes out.
finally.
Y'all.
At last.
So that's super, super exciting.
We can play as Necrons and never look at the Mechanicus. Who cares? Whatever.
No, who cares about those assholes?
What, people who want to be metal? I'm already metal, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Whatever.
Right?
Get out of here. Ew.
Why even
Vermin
bother?
on my lawn. Get out.
For real.
Ew. Paige, where can people
super
find you?
pumped. You can find me at on Twitch as Peach Saliva. It's not what you think. So it's that used to be like my little tagline. And right now I'm running through Chrono Trigger, which I have never played before, shockingly, and it is wonderful. Obviously, it's absolutely everything everyone said it would be. And then I have a very special game that I will be
A special game.
playing very, very soon.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
excited. Very excited.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can find me there. And also on Blue Sky.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If you'd like to support us, I'm Ava, and this is Carrie. Carrie, say hello.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
If you'd like to support us, please leave a like and comment and subscribe and all that fun YouTube algorithm stuff. It helps more than you possibly think. Like, seriously, it's kind of ridiculous. You can go support us over on our Patreon and follow us on things like Blue Sky. You can find a link to all these things in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to tune in to the Twice Dead King Reign. We're going to aim for June 17th to get that done. We will have Peach back on. Lovely to have you. Thank you so much for
My pleasure.
having
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.